I have so much gas. I can run the entire map. I can run the entire server, steal all the gas, and all the gas will be mine. This is crazy. This is the kind of stuff that you can do with the new industrial generator that was added in this week's update. Welcome to Unturned 3.14.15.0, yet another awesome update this week. We have new flags out in the front entrance. This is Oil HQ, as expected from all the pump jacks that we have in the back, and we have these awesome double barn doors that came this week as well. Lots of awesome stuff this week. Let's get right into it. To start, the industrial generator with an ID of 1230 is just a large version of the generator that we currently already have. The crafting recipe is going to be on the screen right now. It is quite the behemoth, and this thing is amazing. If a base has this generator, like, you're good to go. You can do whatever you want in regards to power. This radius actually goes beyond this house and over there. This is the power radius of this industrial generator. Look at this. And this also brings me to one of the tweaks. Now whenever you're holding something that requires power, it will show the radius of what power is available, and as you can see here, this is the radius of the industrial generator. So we are good to go, boys and girls. We can put this cage light right out here, right in front, and it will be powered by the industrial generator that's a solid 30 feet inside the base. It is fantastic. The crafting recipe for the industrial generator will be on the screen right now. It is once again quite a behemoth. It takes like 15 to 20 gas cans to fill this up, so you are going to need to have a pretty serious oil setup in your base if you want to power an industrial generator for a decent amount of time. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly scavenging to go get fuel. But then again, at the same time, it consumes fuel very little as well. So, I mean, this was at 60% when I started building this base, and then I finished building this entire base, and it's now at 56%. So, this thing is just amazing in every regard. Like, if you have this, you're good to go. So, that's the industrial generator. Moving on out front and looking at the flags, we have 4 new flags. These do not function as claim flags. These are just indications of saying, hey, come over here, raid my base. I am cool. I have a flag. You don't have a flag. I have a flag. And this is just a way of you bragging to all your pals of how amazing you are. Check these things out. We have the metal version right here. Oh, no, this is the metal version. This is birch. Then we have maple and pine right here. Their crafting recipes will be on the screen right now, and all they do is they allow you, they work like signs, essentially. You can click F on them, and then you can type whatever you want, and it will update them up there. It's just another sign, except these are flags. So these are pretty cool. And look at how huge these things are. Next up, we have double doors, or as I like to call them, barn doors, because they kind of do look like barn doors with these little X's in front of them. These also come in the same different materials right here. You know, we got the birch, maple, pine. All these can be crafted using those different materials. These ones here are made out of metal, so these ones can only be opened by me or the people in my group. And of course, the other wooden ones can be opened by anybody. The crafting recipe for these will be on the screen as well. Now, these can be placed in garageways, or as you can see here, this is a garage. So I could put in a metal gate right here, or now we can choose to put in these nice little barn doors or whatever, and I think I definitely prefer these over the gates. These are just cooler. Also, we had a ton of performance changes in this week, one of which includes lighting fading out as you get further and further away. As you can see here, we're slowly getting closer, and the lights are fading in. Also, we had building interior culling, which is just a fancy way of saying objects inside of buildings will not be there if you're far away. This helps out performance a ton, especially in Seattle. If you look into the closed store right there, you'll notice that there are no buildings or whatever, no objects inside there, but as we get closer, it will begin to render those, and now we have those objects inside. So basically, everything in Seattle right now, all the objects that are inside these buildings are not currently being rendered or culled. So in turn, we get fantastic performance. Right here, looking at the heart of Seattle with all the stuff in here, as well as having a massive base right here, as well as everything inside here being powered. I've got like freaking 50 oil derricks in there, on top of like 50 lights, as well as the graphics settings being completely on ultra We are getting 112 frames per second. Are you freaking kidding me? There were also some pretty serious changes in regards to zombie and animal performance. So on servers, massive amount of zombies, like when a horde beacon is currently active, they won't be bogging down the server as much or even at all, really. Also, if somebody wants to go raid my base, they can no longer look through the walls, so that's quite fantastic. You're going to have to raid it like a legitimate person. And lastly, one of the most fantastic changes we've had so far, slides are now slippery. And that pretty much wraps up everything that's in Unturned 3.14.15.0. Not very many physical additions into the game this week, but the optimizations and performance improvements that were added this week definitely make up for it. So comment down below if you've experienced an improvement. There were a few minor little tweaks and improvements and fixes that I did not cover in this video, but if you guys would like to check those out, as always, I will put the full update post in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because MeLikeBigBoom is out.